Although ready to resume the second phase of face-to-face learning for grades 0 to 3, the Ministry of Education has, however, decided to put the resumption on hold for now. Now on the line, I'm now joined by the Minister Anna Nghipondoka. A very good evening, Minister, and thank you so much for making the time to join us.
Good evening, Theo.
Well, Minister, you just heard from your team that schools are ready to resume face-to-face learning for grades 0 to 3. Why then do you decide to postpone?
Thank you, Theo, for the question. To start with, we should understand that school readiness is one thing, but the development with regards to the movement of the virus is another thing. So while we plan for reopening and getting our schools ready, we continue monitoring the situation, and we work in consultation with the Minister of Health and Social Services for advice. So yes, the schools are ready, although not all of them, because there are those that are still having some infrastructural issues to be attended to, like the availability of water and ablution facilities, but the majority of them are ready. But with the recent upsurge in new confirmed cases, especially over the last days, we are treading cautiously, and so we have this resulted in us rethinking the reopening of schools tomorrow, pending the ongoing consultations and also, very importantly, the statement by His Excellency, the President of the country, which is scheduled tomorrow. So we wanted to give it a break for a day for us to understand what is the national stand, what is the government stand.
Minister, then what is the situation with grade 11s and 12? Will they still continue to go to school?
Yes, grade 11 and 12 will continue for now, and this is informed by the ability of relatively, ability to adhere to the health protocols because of their age, and also for the mere fact that being alone at school, we can also adhere to especially social distancing, and also the ability by the Ministry of Health and Social Services to monitor and trace and quarantine where needed. So they continue.
Now, of course, Minister, there have just been reports of a situation at the St. Andrew's Primary School in Windhoek, where a teacher who traveled from Walfish Bay was sent home to self-quarantine. Can you perhaps just shed some light on that situation?
Yes, it's disappointingly a true story. A teacher came from Erongo and attended schools for 4 days at the same school, where 25 other teachers were attending. And when it was discovered, the teacher is quarantined, and the contact list has been drawn up, which is given to the Directorate of Health in the Erongo region for them to handle it.
So any of those contacts that have been made, have they also been notified to self-quarantine?
Not so far, but they have been listed for swabbing to see what is the situation. But the Minister of Health now is the ones that we have given over to take. I mean, we have given them the list for them to take over and see how to handle the situation.
All right. Now, you've just returned from a visit to the regions. Generally, are you satisfied with the readiness of the schools in the regions?
Yeah, the schools are ready, and their readiness is contextually relevant. But many of them, I visited plus minus 16 schools, and they are ready in terms of adherence to the health protocols. And there was excitement in the schools that we visited. Both teachers and learners, they are in full swing with their lessons. And the other thing that I also observed was now the readiness of the reopening of 0 to 3, which was also really ready. The schools are doing everything they could including dealing with the curriculum issues, the drawing up of the timetables, such that they have alternate days for learners to attend. Some stays at home, some comes on different days, so that they can make sure that they adhere to the social distancing principle. With regard to grade 12, all of them countrywide has reopened, except in Umsati, where we have got 3 schools still due to infrastructural problems that are still going on. The repairs are going on, which is Onesi, David Seama, and IK Tumuhiva. Those ones, we are only expecting them maybe to reopen in 2 or 3 weeks because there is major repairs that are happening in those schools. And this is mainly regarding to water and ablution facilities. Otherwise, the other schools are on.
So other than the schools in Msati that you've just mentioned now, are there any other schools or any other regions that may have concerned you?
Yeah. There are also schools in Erongo. Erongo, we all know that Erongo has been sent back, has been taken back to stage 1. And those grade 11s and 12s also don't go to school. What we are going to do what we are busy doing, and we found teachers ready also at the schools working. They are producing study materials for these learners, which are picked at different points by the parents and for them to be able to continue studying. And those that are able to do e-learning are still doing e-learning.
All right. Minister, any final words that you would like to share with us?
Yeah, Theo, I just want to reassure, especially our teachers, the staff members, the learners, and the parents, that whatever the situation, government is committed to do all possible to balance between the socio-economic gains of the country and the protection of the lives, especially of our teachers and learners at schools. So whatever is planned during this time, which is unpredictable and volatile, for us is to say we plan and we wait and see how the situation develops. So everything planned is due for review, depending on the development with regards to the virus development.
And finding that balance is, of course, very key. Well, Minister, thank you so much once again for making the time to join us, and we wish you and your team certainly all the best as you continue to navigate through these new waters.
Thank you so much, Theo.
Thank you so much. Well, there you have it. That was the Minister of Education, Anna Nghipondoka, just giving us a brief update on the current situation regarding the resumption of school then for the grades 0 to grade 3.